Hi everyone, we're here at Camp 30. It's an old POW camp from World War II in Bowmanville, Ontario. So my husband and I are going to show you around. It's pretty huge. This is just the entrance where we came in off of this road here. And we're just going to start exploring. Everything's covered in graffiti, unfortunately. And the grass is maintained here, so obviously they've been taking care of it to some degree. I have no idea what these guys are, these big blocks of stones here. Base of something. And you can see how far it spans. There are buildings all over this place. It just stretches out for quite a ways.
I think most of these would have been offices, because I can see where the paths are going back and forth between the two of them, and they've got the offices on the second floor. Because these probably wouldn't have been barracks. Although, if I get a chance to look inside, I'd probably see it.
What?
Oh, it stinks.
Probably dead stuff in there. Gonna flash the light, hon?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh,
No, hon, can you push the button?
I did. It's on.
It's on?
Yeah. You'd have to get closer to see it.
I really don't want to touch whatever that is on the floor.
It's just a...
Ugh.
Yeah, you can see the...
Not sure. I'm gonna try and...
Oh, you're getting it inside.
Yeah, I'm just lots of bugs. Can you shine down that hall there?
Yeah.
Not sure what... The smell is kind of ripe. Of course, you got your classic upside down cross. You can't be a cool teenager until you do something that comes across as satanic. And the all-time terrifying dog with a stick. Always a sign of a haunted place. How cute is this guy? We're walking over to the other side of the building here. And there's another building. And there's all these buildings lead to that building in the back there. And we're just here along Lambs Road. So the location of this place is 2020 Lambs Road in Bowmanville. Just off of, I believe it was Bloor Street. And then we took a few turns. Quite a nice drive in from Toronto. Without taking the highway, you get to see a lot of really pretty things when you take that ride from Bailey. Here is another building. This one is closer to Lambs Road. And what I like about these places is you get to learn a lot about an area. And just like right there, we know now that Jay is a butthole. We wouldn't have known that before unless we visited here. Isn't that fabulous? History, folks. We found an open door. Oh, it looks like, is that a bathroom? Or what is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, a lot of this was a lot more modern.
Okay.
That's really modern stuff. And you can see where they use different kind of gypsum board to put in through here.
All
And
right.
they've added onto it because I can see the regular brick walls that were from World War II.
Mm.
And then they added into it.
Okay. All right, hon. Maybe you shouldn't go in too far just in case.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. That's how you know we're married. He doesn't listen to me. Where are you going?
Oh.
What?
Come here.
You want me to go in?
Well, if you want to, like, just slide across the rock and then we'll
Hold
just
on.
go to the front door.
Hold on. All right. So this is what's inside. God help me, this place is gross. See, it says right there on the wall, gross. They're not lying. I'm trying to avoid some nasty words that are racist, and I don't want to post them. Hun, down the hall, shine the light. All right, and shine it in there, hun. There you go. Shine it around. I'm going to follow you with the light. No, just shine it in. You're not going in there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can see where they modernized it to come up to date, and then, I don't know, must have abandoned the place after
Shine
a
over
while.
there again. Okay. All right. Hold on. So, Kurt, what kind of things do you think, or do you know, as someone with a PhD in this kind of stuff?
Thank you.
Let's use your brain.
Well, I would assume,
What would they do here?
well, that's probably like, their recreational hall that they would have. A lot of these buildings, I don't know if they were used as barracks or whether they were like office buildings or other stuff like that. A couple of them look like barracks, but there's been so much modernization done to them, it's hard to see what's what. In this center would have been an area that they would have done a lot of, like their, recreational stuff right next to the two-story recreation center, I would assume, like the gymnasium.
Mm-hmm.
And there might have actually been during the summer, maybe there would have been wooden houses here or everything like that. That's where they would have been housed. I'd have to see an actual map of the area because the actual entrance, the entrance gate down here is down at the far side.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple of other buildings, a mess hall, and some other things that are around in the other area. Because I'm not too sure if that's the rec hall or the mess hall, one of the two. I'd have to see the inside of it. You'd see all the long tables or the big wide open area.
So we're going towards the entrance now?
Yeah, the entrance is farther down there. That's the gate that's open. That it comes in and it has the big welcoming sign to, how it says, welcome, you got caught during World War II, now you're going to be here for the rest of the war.
And when people think of POWs in some places, like, when we hear of, in the Second World War, other countries where people were held, they were tortured, and all of, like McCain, when he was running and he had limited use of his arm, it's because, where was it? It was...
That was the Hanoi Hilton in northern Vietnam.
Yeah.
This would have been much different because this was a lot of higher ranking officers and other stuff like that, like Kriegsmarine that they would have caught, like, naval guys. There was a famous fighter pilot who was caught and spent some time here but escaped and then made his way to the States before the United States came into the war on the side of the Allies. Made his way across Lake Ontario by stealing a small rowboat, pushing it across the ice, and then rowed across what parts weren't, and then once he got onto the other side of the ice, walked across to, I believe it was somewhere in upstate New York. I can't remember exactly where it was. It may have been Oswego or someplace like that, which There was a very famous movie made about him, and it was an actor called Hardy Kruger who got to play the guy. And later, when he finally made his way back to Germany, he was later shot down and mysteriously disappeared in I think it was the North Sea or something like that after he got shot down. But the original officer who caught him and tracked him around England a lot, because he escaped several times from several other POW camps, he actually, as a joke, sent him a package of cigarettes, because the guy who had caught him and sent him here to Canada said, if you escape from Canada, I want a package of cigarettes, because, you know, I don't think you'll ever escape from another place again. And there was that happened, which was actually kind of cool when you read about it. But yeah, what they also used to do with some of the guys here was that they would get the officers together and get them talking and provide them with all kinds of, you know, alcohol. And what they would do is they would tape their conversations and go over the stuff to find out what may be going back in Germany that you can hear from them. So they'd compare notes to what their intelligence is telling them, and then listen to what the actual naval guys are saying, and they'd get a feel for what's happening back in Germany.
And there you have it. Now let's walk on over to the entrance. Well, here's a soccer field where the POWs probably would play games while they were here. Seems like with this kind of setup, if you have to be a POW somewhere, Canada might be a good place. Look, hun. Why don't you pick that up? Or I'll pick it up.
Pick what up?
The wishbone.
Oh, God.
Let's make a wish. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I always lose. Make a wish.
Did.
Done. Let's see what's in here. Can you shine a light, hun?
It is. You'd have to get more in. Huh.
If I went more in, I'd be a moron. Yep.
There we go.
Interesting. And genuinely gross. Just to gauge a bit of the size of this place, that there is the building that was close to where we entered. The main gate entrance is down this path, veering quite a ways that way, which I believe may be northbound. Not sure. That's why I failed orienteering. And then there's apparently over a dozen more buildings that go on the path that wrap around and then come back. So this place is huge.
Because he's directing them, the guy. Bet you probably talked about the old prisoners.
You could see there's this is another path where you can see these gentlemen down there talking. Behind this tree, can't really see it. There's a bit of a bridge, and it leads to that community up there that's developed here. This would be a great place for Halloween with all the ghosts from the POW camp and all the angst and stressful energy that must have existed here for God knows how long. Well, we found another building right here. It would be great to look this place up online if they have some kind of map online, so then we can check out this footage and then see which buildings correspond to the footage, because this is quite interesting. You know, there is no lack of spray paint. I would say in Canada, but anywhere really, in the States, in Europe, everywhere you go, there's graffiti. But what I love is right there. If you're going to vandalize, the best thing to do is to leave your Instagram address so they can find you. And as for the suggestion up above, wave.urbex's address, you know, I would try, but there's so many of them, and frankly, my schedule's full. So, thanks, but no thanks. So I just got bit by some stingy thing, and I grabbed it and I didn't see what it was. I just felt burning. My husband thinks it's a deer fly. So now I'm anti-deer fly because this really burns, and my husband is right there checking stuff out. What is it?
There's a building in those bushes.
There's a building in the bush?
Yeah.
My husband does have a knack for wanting to find out what's in the bush. He hates it when I say stuff like that, which only encourages me to say stuff like that. We're going to go check out what my husband has seen from a distance. Hopefully it's not just a flyer stuck in the branches.
There's something back in there.
Careful, it's that stuff that could be poison. Mind you, my allergies.
But it's really thick brush and I can't, get to it.
I don't see it.
Yeah, because you can see there's a walkway here and a walkway here and it goes to it, but there's something way back in there.
So somewhere within this magical bush,
Looks like there's another building.
there might be another building, and be careful here, we're lucky. Whoa, there's a bunch of big holes too.
Okay, yeah.
I just stepped in one, and then there's one next to it. You find a lot of these boulders, some of them in the open entrances, like the last one that we looked through. People have been putting them in the entranceway, so it seems to block it, I guess, so people won't go in. But obviously by all the graffiti, they've gotten in. This is how you know it's hot. Hun, do what you just did. Yeah. The road is melting. Okay, we're going to drive down just to see the entrance. All right, go show us that entrance.
Oop.
Really good handling.
Thank you. Okay, the entrance here is wide open where it's been locked before, so I don't know what ended up happening. But there should be a plaque down here or something that says exactly everything that went on here. And I'm not too sure. But nope, plaque is gone. Yep, everything's gone. So yeah, this is pretty much a wasted time. Yep, never mind. So there's absolutely nothing at the entrance where we walked almost all the way down to it. And